Hey everyone, welcome here. Maika here. I'm a psychologist, and on this channel I share psychology to make it more accessible so that more people can benefit from it. Recently I read this question in a Facebook group asking if it's true that we can really choose the way we want to feel. If we can say, now I choose to be happy, and then be happy. And I thought that this would be interesting to discuss, so stay tuned. The answer psychology gives to this is a yes and no, in the sense that we can influence most of our emotions most of the time, but it takes more than a decision. I mean, we can all try it right now. Let's now decide that right now we're going to choose to be happy. For most people, it doesn't work like that. It takes more, and that is we need to align our actions and thoughts in a way that they will foster the emotions that we want to experience. Now you may ask, how does that work? Influencing emotions with thoughts. One very powerful influence on our emotions are our thoughts, the way we interpret situations, our judgments and beliefs. And I'm sure that you've experienced this before, a shift in your emotions that followed a shift in your thinking. This often happens when we talk to someone and they open us up to seeing things in a different light. Or when we write down what we experience, we journal about it, and then become more conscious of our experience and shift it a bit. For example, someone may be thinking, I'm never going to find a partner. I'm going to be single and alone for the rest of my life. There's no one out there for me. And this interpretation of being single is likely to lead to emotions like any form of sadness and fear. And the same situation could also be interpreted completely differently, and perhaps even by the same person, if they're open for the fact that things may be different than the way they've been thinking, and then they shift their perspective to, there are 7.8 billion people on this planet. There must be at least a couple thousands among them that could be my partner. If I commit to a healthy mix of striving towards finding someone and also being open for anything that happens and accepting of things that happen, accepting of the flow of the process, I'm sure to find someone. Let me see what I can do to increase the likelihood of finding someone. And this interpretation of the exact same situation will lead to emotions that, like joy, hopefulness. And so this is something that you can do next time an emotion stands out to you, to ask yourself, what was I thinking about in that moment? Which of my beliefs were active? And then you can decide if that is the narrative you want to stick with, because that's the one that is most beneficial to you, and because that's the one that invites those emotions into your life that you want to be feeling. Or if you want to shift your perspective and through that also shift your emotions. Influencing emotions with actions. The second powerful way we can influence emotions that I want to talk about here is by our actions. What we do influences the emotions that we experience. So this is another thing you can observe. If an emotion stands out to you, what was I doing before or at that time? And then you can collect a list of activities of which you know that they will invite the type of emotions into your life that you want to experience. Some activities that are commonly on people's lists like this are, because they're known to invite feelings of happiness and joy, are exercise and movement, mindfulness practices, meditation, taking breaks, drinking a lot, talking to someone, meeting friends, hugging someone, saying no more often, and putting things onto your to-do list that are important to you, developing a vision and goals that you want to strive for, working on things that are obstacles in your life, being proactive about that, spending time in nature, listening to music. The list goes on and on. And of course, you don't have to start with all of these at once. What is really important about all of this is not that you commit to one of these specific activities, but that you find out what works for you in which situation. So that whenever you're not experiencing emotions, or let's say it like this, whenever you want to invite a specific emotion into your life, you know which activities you can choose from to do that. So to sum up, yes, we can influence the emotions that we experience, but it takes more than just a finger snap. It takes commitment and work. And then we will find that, yes, we can choose which emotions we want to be prominent in our life. By the way, that does not mean that we will never experience unpleasant emotions. They're a part of life. And if we can accept them and work with them, that is a lot more beneficial than trying to deny them or suppress them. If we try to do that, deny and suppress, that's something that's sometimes called toxic positivity. I've talked about this before. I'll link the video up here if you're interested in that. If you want to see more content like this, please remember to subscribe. And if you want to support the channel even more, leave a thumbs up. Thanks for being here. Thanks for staying connected. I'm so happy and grateful to be contact with all of you like this. Till next time, take care and bye-bye.